execution, which largely is best handed off to an agent or a system of agents running in loops.
So what you actually want is like, it should understand your store, but it should modify it and it should give you a preview of what it will do.
Okay, so AI agents using tools, AI agents using tools running in loops. It's the most interesting thing on the, forefront of technology today, in my opinion. Can you unpack that for us? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so what I built is bulk AI. And bulk AI is basically, imagine it as like the safety layer between what an agent is doing and your Shopify store. It should understand your store. Then it gives you basically a diff or a preview of what it did and all the changes. And if you choose, you can apply that to your Shopify store.
Give me a really simple use case that somebody might use to try this out.
So I think some interesting use cases are actually generating image descriptions, but on the other
because
hand,
the calculus has changed and having really right. Is that true?
Exactly. You really have to hammer like what makes your product different. And another example that I really like is importing data. So you have a spreadsheet from a customer in whatever format. And so bulk AI is really able to understand that, however it looks like, and map it into your product configuration in a safe way.
Yeah, I like it. Because what you've done is create this safety and control layer that lets people make bulk changes to their Shopify storefront without going into the wild, wild west. So if you've created this system that takes care of all the dirty details for you with a simple control layer that the merchant can interface with.
Yeah, that's it.
I love it.
That's correct.
Safety is the new product.
Yes,
Safety
exactly.
is some of the most important product features in a SaaS product today. And it's what we're building into 𝘂𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗶. 𝘂𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶 now is a safety and control board that people can use to monitor all the agents that are working on their behalf. I see a very clear division here between execution, which largely is best handed off to an agent or a system of agents running in loops, versus control, which is best left to the person with the most skin in the game, right? The person who works at the business, is responsible for that function, owns the business, etc. There's the agent operating system that's constantly running. And, in lifecycle marketing for 𝘂𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶, we're monitoring the percentage of the revenue coming through Klaviyo, their deliverability score, what their flows look like, campaign performance, pop-up performance, all of these different aspects constantly running in the background. So AI always knows what the big picture looks like so it can decide what to do. But none of it matters unless there is this interface or trust layer on top that the merchant can interact with that's very simple, but very powerful. Here's an example that's been fantastic for 𝘂𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶. It's our AI content calendar. And that's something that really is best planned out, because otherwise it turns into a fire drill. Well, it turns out AI is amazing at that. And so now a brand comes into 𝘂𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶, their whole content calendar is planned out for 90 days. You can see everything right there and just have a chat to edit it, to change dates, to change the focus, to change a sale, to respect a different holiday. And then as the days on the calendar go by, those campaigns are automatically generated and then sent to you, the merchant, 72 hours in advance. So you can see them, make changes to them, and then they're automatically scheduled in Klaviyo and sent. But that's not all. After they get sent, another agent runs that does a campaign flashback. And then the next time it creates a campaign, not only does it have access to all of your current stuff, but it also has access to all the campaign flashback reports that have run from the prior.
Yeah, but what I really like about it is like the aspect how it learns, or it seems to learn about your specific customers. It's like in the flashback feature, you get to see like what works and what does not. I think that sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that turns out to be what AI is like, very, very good at doing that. All the knowledge that has ever happened that pertains to that brand, every communication, every click, every purchase, every segment used, every deliverability checkpoint. And then every time it goes to send an email, it knows all of that, right? That makes it much more effective over time. And that's why it's a good example of how agents are just going to win. They don't sleep. I mean, ultimately, the product's got to work, right? And so it's got to sell more product, drive more GMV, drive more margin in a way that's demonstrable, which for us is look inside your Klaviyo account. You'll see your revenue going up and typically approaching 40% of your overall revenue should be coming through Klaviyo.
Nice. Yeah, I knew that Grid and Pixel, and I was like, yeah, it's of course like AI will help like make the creative and so, but like I didn't know you're actually using it in the backend so much, like and in that specific way that like actually makes like, it's not obvious, but it makes like a lot of sense. Like, I mean, it's like the right thing, what I would want to have as a marketer.